Yeah, all right. Let's do this. So we got to 1,000 subscribers. I put up the poll, and you guys voted. And you voted to remove the stickers. So this is it. This is what we're doing now. I think that when it comes to this, I'm probably going to take this opportunity to remove the strings. I did spend a bit of time over the past couple of days getting her set up nicely to how I like it. But yeah, I think I'll take this opportunity to change the strings as well, make it easier to get in under here, and to clean this bit up off the headstock. But yeah, we're going to start with taking off as much as we can by hand. I think my method is going to be do as much as I can by hand here, and then I'm going to go with warm soapy water with a relatively textured cloth, and then go after it with a J cloth then as well. And I think that's going to be my plan of attack here. Thankfully these knobs come off relatively easily, which is quite nice. So it'll make getting in and under there handy enough as well. So yeah, let's get to that. Let's de-string this, and then we'll go from there.
Barely surviving, living out a first world dream. That sweet Cologne, I got no home, but at least you're smelling sweet. People are grieving, a life that they will never see. Smirk and smile, there's no denial that tension needs to be released. Makes you glad to know the doomsday clock is ticking fast. 3, 2, 1, doom! Don't let them under your skin. Don't let them vile poison in. Don't let them into your heart, no. Don't let them tear you apart.
Alright, so yeah, the locking tuners made that so much easier. I have a stop tail piece here. I know people like to go like in through this way and wrap around the bridge. I don't do that. I don't like doing that. I just like using it the way it's been designed. I might take this opportunity to give this a bit of a clean here as well. I hope my intonation is going to be okay after this. And yeah, this whole thing is just going to be a matter of getting these off, cleaning this up, getting that off. I'm going to put the truss rod cover back on as well. It's been off for far too long. And of course, we also have to do the back as well. So yeah, we've got a little bit of our work cut out for us here. So I'm just going to remove these bits here so that they don't get in the way. So as I say, the strategy is going to be to remove as much as we can by hand right now. Get down to whatever is left, and then go after it with that warm cloth. You can see some of the finish there as well, actually. You know, that's what it's going to end up looking like by the time we're done. And from what I recall, you got to see a bit of grain through this finish as well. So that might be nice as well. So yeah, let's get started. It's kind of trying to come off in like one big piece. Holy molies. I know I saw Giant Guitars do this before, like with a guitar that had been stickered. Wasn't to his tastes, so he wanted to remove all of it. And he had a pretty tough time doing it. He went at it with a scraper. I'm hoping this strategy works out a little bit better for me, frankly.
Distractions
Okay, so that's the back. Mostly done. A few bits there, some textures there to get rid of. So that'll be fun to do. But the front has a lot more on it. Now there are a few things on here that are, you know, kind of memories. This guy up here, this little dragon up here in the top corner, that's the mascot for Lucky Dragon Dice that my friend Matt Sparks runs. I bought some dice off him and he sent me some stickers. So one of them went onto this guitar, because that's where stickers went. What else we got? Converse All Stars, that's, you know, I wear Converse all the time. The France ones, the Eiffel Tower ones, important to me because I used to live in France, and France was very formative for me. Some of the best days of my life. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff on here. I also think that this Marilyn Monroe one is super cool, where she's got like all the tattoos on her hands. I think that's really cool. The Radiohead one I'm going to be glad to go, frankly, given their recent comments. But yeah, I also like this one, the We Can Do It one here, the World War II one. So yeah, there's some cool things up here. But yeah, they gotta go. So also this measuring tape that I have here along the edges, that's what's called washi tape. And I bought it from a friend of ours, a family friend, who ran her own little stationery shop, and she used to sell washi tape for like different presents and things like that. So I had that roll of washi tape, and I thought it would look really cool around the edges of this guitar. So again, bon voyage washi tape. So these are some old ones. I got this in like a Rock Sound or Kerrang magazine, but you can kind of see underneath at the bottom here, this bottom layer of sticker. It would have been around here. There were two stickers of like goth girls or whatever, and they were like some of the first ones that I put on the guitar. So yeah, a bit of nostalgia. They're gone. I love these. Alright, make progress, make progress. Oh yeah! I had this super old Apple logo sticker. So back when things used to come in boxes with Apple, when I bought my iPod, it came with a couple of stickers, some Apple stickers. So I stuck it on there and I drew a little angry face on it. Yeah, that takes me back. Again, back when things came in boxes. Rather than these days when they won't even give you a charger for your device in the box. But I'll stop there before I become too grumpy old man.
glass houses don't throw stones. They don't fire bullets either. Play the victim while we watch your crimes play the great deceiver. Every day more people die. Lucifer personified. Wives are widows, kids are orphans, and betrayal, rings former hospitals, and cackle while you watch them burn.
Okay, so I think this is about as good as I'm getting by hand. So now I need to, well, maybe not. There's a little bit more to do here. But the next step then will be to get that warm soapy water, run over it with that textured cloth, and then follow it up with the J cloth just behind, just to make sure that nothing's getting soaked. But to make sure that we're actually clearing away stuff. So once I've had my fill of messing about with this bit, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get that. Alright, so we have got warm soapy water here. Got a big jug of warm soapy water. I'm just going to bring it out a little bit. And then yeah, try and get to some work here. Again, this is a fairly textured cloth that I'm using for this. And I'll follow it up with the J cloth afterwards. It's just to try and get in, be a little bit tough on what remains here. Ooh!
The war crimes carried out by the state of Israel against the people of Palestine more and more become known every day. Acts by the court and other men countries making one country and the other countries that paradise trace that. Parents did not have to attempt to reassemble their children in order to bury them.
So, while progress has been made, it doesn't look amazing. Right now. It doesn't look amazing right now. I feel like at some point I'm going to need to come back to this with like WD-40 just to get rid of all of that adhesive, particularly the old adhesive, the oldest adhesive that's stuck to the body. That'll be a bit of a pain to get out, I think. But as I say, progress has been made. It's just slow and arduous work. So thanks for voting for me to do this, I suppose.
History is written by the victors, but know this. I don't forget. Well, she was an American girl, raised on promises. She couldn't help for one, like waves crashing on the beach. And for one desperate moment there, he got back in the memory. God, it's so painful, but something that's so close is still so far out of reach. Oh yeah, alright, take it easy, baby, make it last all night. She was an American girl. Oh yeah, alright, take it easy, baby, make it last all night. She was an American girl.
Whew. All right. So significant progress has been made, despite the fact that it sounds like you've been wearing shorts on a leather couch when I try and lift up. But yes, significant progress has been made on this, but I think I'm going to need to rethink things a little bit, because I've been plugging away at this and that's been fine, but it's leaving behind a lot of this sticky residue underneath. So I think what I'm going to need to do is dry this up a bit and then come back to it with WD-40 to clear off all that adhesive stuff on there. You can kind of see it there. Same with the back. I'm going to have to do the same there. And I haven't gotten rid of all the stuff along the sides yet either. So all that washi tape is going to need to go. So yes, lots of progress. Going to come back to it. Give me a minute. We'll be right back. Okie dokies. So it has been a day since I looked at this, and yeah, you can still hear that stickiness on the back, and you can feel it on the front as well. So yeah, I continued to wipe it with that warm soapy water solution. I hoovered it up a bit just to kind of tidy up a little bit after we had gotten all of this excess off, or a lot of this excess off. And yeah, this is what we're looking at right now. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I did show it to my wife last night and she looked at it and she went, oh, maybe I'll be putting those stickers back on. But look, what I'm going to do today is I am going to try and get all of this excess dry adhesive on here off of the guitar before we kind of move forward and kind of get rid of this stuff here. There is also still the problem of that sticker on the headstock covering up that lovely Epiphone logo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack out the WD-40 and see if this helps at all. It might be a matter of like spraying some on, spreading it out, and then coming back to it at a later stage, maybe? We'll see.
This is a beautiful night, not a cloud in the sky, nothing but stars for my lights and you.
So overall, it looks a bit better. It's still got a ways to go. And as I say, I think my office is going to be smelling of WD-40 for quite a while. But this seems to be doing a number on this adhesive, which is pretty good. It's better than we got on yesterday, I think, in terms of clearing this stuff. Yeah, removes dirt, oil, and dust. Yeah, I think this is good. I think. Yeah. So what I might do now is I might leave this for 20-30 minutes just to see how effective this might be, and then come back and try again. If it's not as effective, I'll try to wipe it down a little bit more, because I can still see this apple outline here, which is annoying. In fact, I might see a number of outlines from this still, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
A few moments later.
Okay, so it has been about a week since I've done anything with this. Christmas has come and it has gone, and yeah, this has been a little bit of a more of a nightmare than I had originally anticipated. Like, when all those stickers came off cleanly, I was like, brilliant, I've got most of it done, nothing really to worry about too much, until I realized that all of that sticky residue is actually the problem. WD-40 didn't help. Going over with that warm cloth and that soap didn't help particularly well. So yeah, it took a while to address, but the tools of the trade were right there in front of me all along. All I needed was this, the guitar pick, which was surprisingly good for getting in and under all of that residue, and this. This is, if you are unaware, nail polish remover, which is largely made of acetone, which people are going to be upset about, I am sure, but it is what it is. And I think that the results largely speak for themselves here. Look at that. That is a gorgeous looking guitar, and it is not even fully cleaned and polished yet. You can see there with the light that there are a lot of streaks on there as well, and on the back, so you can see that got all those streaks there as well. So there's still a bit of polish to do, but I have got the truss rod cover back on the headstock. You can see that it is an Epiphone guitar again. This is as close to it being brand new as it has been in quite a long time. So what next? Next, we polish it up a bit. I've got some Ernie Ball wipes in my Ernie Ball Musician's Toolkit. I have the pull pieces, or not the pull pieces, I've got the bridge and the hardtail stick back on. I've got the knobs to put back on, and then we'll put some strings on, and that'll be pretty much it. So yeah, let's get to it. Ernie Ball instrument polish. Ernie Ball, if anyone from Ernie Ball is watching this, or anyone has any connections at Ernie Ball, I use Slinkies exclusively. So, I also quite like these wipes, they're quite handy. So I might get a few more of these in the future. But if anyone is at Ernie Ball, or knows anyone at Ernie Ball, and they want to sponsor me, feel free to do so. Reach out. My contact details are on the channel details. Alright, so it is polished up, still a few streaks on there, but I think what you can kind of see here now a little bit more clearly, maybe if I tilt it appropriately, is you can kind of see there that there's a bit of the grain, a bit of the wood grain directly under the finish. Now, I don't think it's exactly the body that you can see there. I think it's probably a veneer, a cheap veneer, a very light veneer along the top. Because this is a cheap guitar, it's a 2004 Epiphone SG Special. But yeah, I think it It's a neat guitar. It sounds good. It's cheap but cheerful and effective. So next thing is wipe down the tailpiece a little bit. Got a little bit of a stain on it there. Wipe down the bridge. Stick some strings on. And that's it. And that's it. Until the next thing that I want to do to this guitar. To turn it into some kind of bizarre monstrosity. As mentioned before, only use slinkies. Up to 46s. 10 to 46s. So yeah, let's slap these bad boys on, and of course we did do that mod before where we have the locking tuners, so this should be much easier to do than you would normally expect with this kind of thing. So let's get her done.
Tempers are rising, things aren't as simple as they seem. Handsome suits and hobnail boots so they can kick you in the teeth. Backroom dealings, let out by the world police. You smirk and smile, there's no denial that tension needs to be released. It makes you glad to know the doomsday clock is ticking fast. 3, 2, 1, go! Don't let them under your skin. Don't let them pop poison in. Don't let them into your heart, no. Don't let them under your skin. Don't let them pop poison in. Our doom is coming.
Alright, restrung. Now to take a little bit of time to tune it up properly, and then I will trim the strings, and then we might do a few sound samples, and then we're done. Some final thoughts? Yeah? Sound good? Alright, see you in a minute.
Okie dokies. So that's it. That's it. It's done. The SG has been stripped of its stickers. The job is complete. We can see it is indeed an Epiphone SG Special. And yeah, it was a bit of work, it was a bit of effort, but it's clean, it's done. It's reverted back to its original cherry red. We've got those locking tuners still in place, we've got those nice knobs on it, replacing the top hat ones that were cracked and broken. And yeah, it's a pretty guitar, but I can't help but feel as though it might be a little bit boring. With that said, though, maybe there's something else that we can do. Maybe there's something a little bit more mainstream that we might be able to do with it. Maybe we'll stick a pickguard on it. I would like there to be a batwing on it, but I don't think I've got the room for it on the SG, or on the body of it. But maybe I'll figure something out with maybe I'll get a batwing anyway, and then I'll trim some of it so that it'll fit appropriately. Or maybe I'll just take off the pickup. There's a lot of options as to what I might do with the pickguard for it. But I always thought the batwings were the cooler ones. Or maybe I'll just get like the regular kind of half size one and just slap that on the front of it, just to give it to mix up the look for it a little bit. But if I were to do that, what colour would I go for? Would I go for black? Would I go for the triple ply, black and white, to match my bass and maybe to match my Telecaster as well? Maybe. There's options there. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of this video. How I got on. If you have opinions on maybe how it could have gone that little bit more easily for me, or something along those lines. But I suppose to sum it up, thank you all so much for your time and for watching videos this past year, and for subscribing and for getting behind the channel generally. It has been a huge boost for me over the course of the year. I was just going through Blue Sky Media looking for a few bits and pieces to finish out this video, and I noticed that 10 months ago I had posted that I had just broken 100 subscribers, or just gotten to 100 subscribers. So in 9 months, maybe a little bit less, we had gotten to 1,000 subscribers for the channel, and that is huge. That is not lost on me. Do I want to do it again next year? Well, maybe I'll leave that for another video, and we'll talk about what's coming up for the coming year. But yeah, thank you again from the bottom of my heart, and that's the reason why I stripped the SG. I threw up that poll, people wanted all the stickers gone. It is what it is. But thanks again, thanks so much. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to see more of this kind of stuff in the future, and of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.